Welcome everybody, my name is Josh Rivers, and today I'll be recapping Dragula Season 2, Episode 4. I don't know what to call this one. There were some alien sci-fi baby children. We're gonna go with that. So before I get into the looks and the glamour and the glitz of it all, I want to discuss a little bit about the boudoir and why I don't really talk about it that much. It's just like, it just feels like everything gets wrapped up, or there's really no reason for me to give my opinions on it. Do I talk about Dolly's and Victoria's friendship? It's like nothing for me to say on it. Like there's nothing for me to give. So that's why I just tend to talk about the looks and the challenge itself. Speaking of the challenge, this week's challenge is you have to create a sci-fi look. Sci-fi is a very broad spectrum. There's so much to take from, so much to give, and they didn't specifically say alien, but I think that's where your mind first goes to with sci-fi. And the part 2 of this challenge is they are impregnated and they had to give birth to an alien baby, which I love. I love that fact. So the first girl we have up is Dolly, and her look is very aquatic. It feels as if there's a lot of religious iconography with her look. It kind of looks like her head is like a halo crown in a painting. Kind of looks like she has like a nun kind of veil on, and I think she looks gorgeous, and I love all the aspects. I love the scales that are on different places on her body. It's just, her presentation of the outfit just didn't really do much. It didn't really show anything. There wasn't much to take from the way she showcased her look. It's kind of in the same way that Victoria did last week, that she kind of just was there and kind of posed. And I've said this a lot, that's not really how you present an outfit. It's a performance. You're constantly performing as you're showcasing your look. And I don't think this week really showcased much from it. And as far as her giving birth, I liked it. Like, I think she did well. It just didn't go there with me, and I didn't like it as much as I liked all the other girls' performances. But she had a good scream, though. Her screaming was on point, and it looked like it was very wet. There was a lot of liquid happening. Next, it's Bora, and her look is based on a chicken. Now, I think what she's going for is a human scientist that transforms into a chicken. I think that's what is actually happening here. Because of this challenge, I thought it was an alien chicken, which is a thing. I can think of like 3 different alien chickens on the top of my head, which is kind of a weird thing that alien chickens are a thing. But I appreciate it. I like the look. I like the idea. I don't so much like the execution. I think from the neck up it worked. I think the actual outfit on her body, it doesn't really work. I wish there was a bit more to it. It feels like she was trying her hardest to make it not look like a chicken mascot outfit outside of a fried chicken place holding a sign telling you there's a sale. But I feel like I would have liked that better, quite honestly. I do like the toes. I do like that. And then when it comes to her baby delivery, it is funny that she was struggling so hard at the beginning, and then she just lays out this regular size egg. And then she gets a different baby out of nowhere, which I assume is supposed to hatch from that egg, even though there's no possible way. I think it would have been funnier if there was a giant egg and it cracked open, and then there was a baby chicken human person inside. I don't think she went there with the baby. It should have been like a big egg that hatched open, and there was the doll inside. Instead, it was a small egg that fell, which was funny. I do admit that was funny, and her expression as it happened was hilarious. But then, afterwards, there was this doll that came out of nowhere, at least for us in the episode, and we just didn't see much of it. It just didn't work. It didn't work in the end. It could have been better. Next, we have Erica Clash, and I adore Erica's look. It's a magical girl. It's half android, like protector of the universe kind of a look. I love it. I love all the details. I love how it's literally half of her body is shiny chrome, while the other half is anime schoolgirl. I love all the aspects of this outfit. I like the way that she presented it. And I liked all the words she said. We got to hear more of what they say on stage. Apparently last week there was a lot that happened on stage, but it was so short that we didn't even hear anything how the girls presented their looks. So that's kind of a shame. But we did get to hear more of what they were saying on stage this time at least, which I really liked. I don't know why she did a split. There was a split out of nowhere. Don't really know why. I enjoyed it. It showcases that she can do it. That's fine. But I don't understand why she did it for this particular look. As her delivering her baby went, I don't know, I'm torn on it. I'm torn because I think the idea of giving birth to a video game cartridge is funny. and I liked it, and I wasn't expecting it. But at the same time, what the major critique was it wasn't dark, it wasn't gritty enough for what this competition is, and that's what we've been waiting for with Erica. And this challenge was right up her alley, and it worked, but we're still looking for the horror aspect for Erica. I feel it would have, for her benefit, if she had given birth and went with this anime theme, and if you go anime, go hentai. Of course, I'm the bitch that's gonna say this, and give birth to some tentacles. I feel like that would have been a better decision. It would have been shocking, and I think it would have saved her from the bottom. I really do think. I think it was between her and Disasterina, and we'll get to Disasterina in a bit. But I do think it was like, I feel like that kind of a birth would have changed the look of her outfit and the whole concept of her idea. But I do like this outfit, and I think it was a very good execution. Next, we have Bitch Pudding, and I appreciate this outfit. I was like, someone has to go kind of vintagey with it, and that's what she did. She kind of went with this like old school mentality of a futuristic space world. I also like that she went comedy with it, which sometimes we don't see. It was weird with the editing, because they would flip back and forth between the queens that went comedy and the queens that went like a horror or really realistic with it. But her character is kind of this waitress that is serving up in this galactic diner, and it's a very simple look. And I think this is what Erica kind of missed out on, is with Bitch Pudding's birth. Her alien baby is disgusting and revolting and giant and so shocking and such a contrast to her look. And I think that's the difference. And I think a lot of girls that faltered, there's examples in this group of girls that did what they did correctly. And Bitch Pudding did what Erica should have done, which is with her birth, done something so out there and so different than what her look was, and it still works. This one's one of my favorites as well. I think her performance is better, and she's killing it now. I truly was not expecting a lot from Bitch Pudding from the beginning. Now she's in the game and she is killing it, and I appreciate it. I said when the promo came out that I like to be surprised by a bitch, and I was surprised by Bitch Pudding. So next girl. Next we had Disasterina, and there's a lot to Disasterina's costume. I liked all the elements, the tentacles growing out of her in multiple places. There's a lot of cone shapes on her. I don't really know what the red thing is she's holding. It kind of looks like, those all-in-one multi-tools that like open packages and tighten nuts and bolts and like are bottle openers. It looks like one of those. It looks like one of those I got for free in the mail one day, and I gave it to my dad for a birthday present. It legit looks like one of those. Like, I like the look, and I think it really represents the challenge like really well. And everything she said in the performance was so funny. I don't know if she was tripping over her words on purpose or on accident. That's not something I really know. But everything she had to say was really funny. Now, her birth video, I don't really remember much of like her actually giving birth. But one thing I do remember is that alien baby is awesome looking. It looks like a legit like manufactured item that is like sold. It looks like it could be the alien version of a Furby. I feel like this could be sold as a toy in stores. It looks really cool. Like, I want one. It looks amazing. It moves by itself. I mean, that looks so cool. Also, when she like goes, like she's standing up and she like hugs it, it looks so cute. I loved all the aspects of that. But overall, I think the performance was a little messy of both of her on stage. And like I said before, I do think Erica could, if she had a better birth performance, I think she could have outdone Disasterina, but I did like what Disasterina gave. Next we have up is Jane's Majesty, and I say it all the time, she can sell an outfit. And I don't think this one's a bad one. Like, the other times I've been like, it wasn't the best. This one is a very good, well-executed one. I feel like we already saw the bot thing with her. I wish she used those wires to make a wig or something like that. I feel like it could have been something like that. Or maybe bigger tubes as hair. I wish there was just a hair piece, because I feel like we've seen her bald before, and it was well done. I just wish we had a little something different than her original winning look. But I love the look. I love the idea. Her performance was sexy and funny at the exact same time. With her sticking a CD in her CD drive. That was funny. Her birthing, I didn't find her baby any sort of remarkable at all. Like, what she was saying was funny, that she was like not making computer sounds, just saying computer sounds. I don't know why that was so funny to me. I think it worked in my opinion, but I don't think the baby was remarkable. It was just like a computer chip with a baby head on it. It felt like it could have been more. It was basically a baby version of herself, which I guess was the challenge, but I was expecting like her to pull out a floppy disk or something like that. It's just, I don't know what I was just a bit underwhelmed with her baby delivery comparatively to the rest. But I do think overall she did do probably the best overall. She got one of the biggest reactions from me at the end of the day. Besides the final bitch, this one, ooh, I loved. Even in the music that they played, this was a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the resurrection of Jesus. Like, everything that was happening with Victoria's look was amazing. There was not one aspect of her performance that was bad or wrong or anything. I'll get into her critiques later, but everything she did here was fucking incredible. I really, utterly am so impressed with her. Everything that she did, the way she walked, the way she presented her outfit, it all works. It all looks really fucking good. And her birthing, I think her birthing was the best. It was the creepiest. I knew one bitch was gonna eat their baby. Of course, it was gonna be the most alien of the aliens. And the clicking sounds and the crackling sounds as she was giving birth was incredible. Like, I'm like wondering if that was really her doing it, because that was so good. And like every aspect of this look is incredible. Okay, her critique that I do agree with this critique, is that they're really not still seeing Victoria because it's not drag enough. Here's my reasoning and here's how I put in perspective. You could put this look on like someone else that has worked as a alien before, and it would probably be the exact same. Like, there's not something special because it's Victoria. Granted, it's Victoria's idea. It's well executed. It's amazing. But if you put this look on someone else, it will more than likely be the same. Could they pull it off as better? No, because I think Victoria's a good actor and can portray this alien character very good. But if someone else can portray this alien character, it would be the exact same. Unlike someone like James, who I don't think most people can do what James does. James can't put this look on someone else and it's just like, ooh, they're the same. No, it's very clearly James. And that's what's missing from Victoria. I don't think it's so much like, oh, it's not drag enough, or there's not this tongue-in-cheek thing, it's just too serious. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's that there's nothing that really showcases this with Victoria, because if you didn't know this was Victoria, Victoria's name wasn't on there, and we didn't see Victoria's like makeup before in the boudoir, we may have not known it was Victoria. Like, we probably had to wait for that name to show up. And granted, this was like an amazing look. I like, the look she does is incredible. Like, there's no denying that. I feel like this is her portfolio as a makeup artist and not so much a showcase of herself as a drag queen. And I think that's kind of the difference. And I think that's ultimately why she didn't win. I was shocked. I was truly shocked, and I guess we can get into the tops and the bottoms now. I was truly shocked that she was not in the top. Like, I love Bitch Pudding's look, and I love James's look. This definitely got the biggest reaction of me. I think it got the biggest reaction of everybody. This was an incredible look. Her belly glowed. I didn't even say that. Her pregnant belly glowed. She's the only one that really looked pregnant on stage, which I don't think was part of the challenge, but still, it was a good, element to her look. It's just everything about this was incredible. And her not being in the top, it kind of annoys me because this look was so good. And granted, it probably would have worked better and been a little bit to balance out the horror and the drag with, an eyelash or lipstick or something, or maybe like a very obvious wig, maybe dress up like E.T. did, it could have been something like that. But I do appreciate this look in its entirety and how it looks here. I appreciate it so much, and I feel like she should have been in the top. If not one, she should have been in the top. But who was in the top was Bitch Pudding and James ultimately won, which I do agree with. I do think James pulls off the looks very well. James is doing very well in the competition, so congratulations to James. And then we have Bitch Pudding, Disasterina, and Victoria safe. And then we have the bottom three. The bottom three being Dolly, Bora, and Erica Clash. I do agree with that. I do agree with that bottom three. This challenge... this one, I was eating. So here's a little insight into my life. It's in shambles, and I just woke up like 2 hours after the episode was aired online, and I was like, oh, I'm hungry. Let me go get a snack. That was the wrong decision, let me tell you. So I was eating as they were eating, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was the gagging sounds more than the actual food they were eating. Well, when they put that meat in the blender, that was a problem. But anyways, the extermination challenge was that they had to eat some disgusting food. And I don't really remember much of a Bora in the challenge. I don't really see... they didn't really focus on her in the challenge. They kind of focused on Erica because she was having the biggest reaction to the food by gagging and almost throwing up and kind of spitting up a little. But what she would do, like, in turn of that would impress the fucking hell out of me. Because she would go immediately dive back in and, like... She really went for it, and I'm like, her dedication to this show, it's inspiring to me. I think that's why people love her, is because she really wants it so bad. She really wants to be here, and she tries so hard. And when she drinks that fucking disgusting meat milkshake, I don't really remember what's in it, she spits up a little bit, and then she just grabs the plate and licks it back, and that's like showing how much she wants it. And then we have someone like Dolly, who was kind of just like eating, she was eating so slow. She was eating like this was every day. And I guess that was kind of her strategy, is to make it seem like it was so easy. But I was like, this is not a bowl of cereal. Actually, if this was a bowl of cereal, you would be eating faster, because it would be, you don't want that shit to get soggy. She went in, she was the last one to drink the shake, but she didn't actually gag on it at all or spill any. She just drank it like it was everyday thing for her. And I think that was kind of what she went for. And then the final course was like this brain mold of mystery meats, and it had this really spicy sauce on it. And the other two like start digging in, and she just kind of grabs a fork and then she puts it in her mouth and immediately splits it out. And I don't even think it was the taste of the meat. It was because that sauce was spicy. I don't know. I was expecting more from it. It was like there was just no reaction. And it's different than, let's say, the Monique. There was a reaction to Monique getting the needles and stuff. Like, she was laughing. She was having acting as if it was the best time of her life. I think it was just Dolly not doing a lot. That was the problem. And because of that, I think that's why she got eliminated and why she was sent home. And her extermination is she was in a kitchen, a fast food restaurant kitchen for some reason, eating some french fries. I don't really understand why. And then she got hit over the head with a frying pan and put into an oven. And I thought that was good. I loved her look as she got exterminated. She just radiates like fucking coolness. Like, she just radiates that. And I love every second of it. So we had to say goodbye to Dolly, which is sad because I feel like she was doing so well in the competition. But I am glad that Erica stayed because she wants it so bad. It's clear that she wants it like so bad to be in there. I'm glad she's there, and I'm glad Abora's still there. I hope she makes a comeback out of, the past 2 weeks of being in a funk. And I think she can. I think she really can. So I'm excited to see what the rest of these girls have to offer. I fucking love this show to death. My name is Josh Rivers. Thank you so much for watching. Click whatever thumb button relates to whatever emotion you may be feeling right now. You can follow me on Twitter at PixelPixelBoom. You can join the Discord, link in the description, and you can leave a comment telling me your thoughts on this episode. And also you can send me suggestions on video ideas for me to talk about in the future, Dragula related or not. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time, and remember to have fun. Bye guys.